Welcome to another exciting episode of To Mischief. In this episode, the crew takes on a challenging executive upgrade. Izelle travels to Barrydale to discover the secret behind the perfect milkshake at Diesel Crème. We see what performance upgrades are happening in the workshop, and we attend an exhilarating all-star rally. So sit back and enjoy another action-packed episode.
All right, so what we've got here is a 2.4 EcoBoost Mustang. People have got a strange idea about dynos. They think a dyno is purely for power, purely for performance. A dyno is essentially a rolling road. It allows us to rev the car in your lounge. That's why it gets a bit loud in here. So we can have the bonnet open, we can run the car at 120 kilometers an hour, we can load the car there that it's the same as if you were going up a steep hill. We can put our foot flat and we can stop the car from accelerating. And then we can check what the fueling mixture is doing, what the timing is doing, what the engine is doing. So a dyno is actually a diagnostic tool, but you can use it for engine health, you can use it for testing for smoking on overrun, you can use it for a heap of different things. So this Ford EcoBoost, we're not even going to do a power run because the customer's not interested in how much power it makes. It's got a pinging problem and a mixture problem. So they've just changed the engine on the car, so it's got a new engine in it. Doesn't look like it, but it's a bit dusty in there. But it has had an engine replaced and it needs to be tuned to make sure that the engine is safe. So that's what we're going to do. We're not interested in power. All right, so from the first runs that we've done now, we can see that actually the car is adding fuel on the light pedal and it's taking away a bit on the full throttle. So the car isn't overtly rich. It has got a bit of smoke on it, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. What we're going to do now is start checking for detonation. We'll look at the actual spark retard, the spark timing table. So there's a lot more diagnosis to do before I can get back to Ford and tell them exactly what we think is wrong with it. But it doesn't look too bad. What we're going to do now is we're going to log the spark retard, in other words, how much timing the engine is taking away if the engine is knocking or pinging, as they say. And so we're going to log that and have a look at that. So after that run, we can see that the car is pulling 5, 6, 7 degrees ignition timing, which means it has got a problem on the ignition side, and that's what we're going to need to figure out now. So we'll need to phone the customer and see where he wants to go from here. So this car is actually a very good example of what you can use a rolling road dyno for as a diagnostic tool. It allows us to load the car, see all these timing problems, fueling problems, that we can then make a plan to try and sort it out. One of the things we do at Mischief Motorsport is executive upgrades. Sounds all fancy. What that is where you take somebody's slightly older car and we respray it, we lift it, we put 4x4 wheels on it. We upgrade the car, we essentially pimp his ride to something that he wants. We've got a pretty challenging one that came in now. It's a guy with a Porter RX-8, a Mazda RX-8 with a rotary engine in it. The engine has already been changed to an old 4-port naturally aspirated engine, but the car's not running. So we need to fit a management system on and then see where the customer wants to go from there. the TDC on a rotary is very difficult because you can't do it with a dial gauge. So you should actually do it when you build the engine, and the TDC marks are not great on these engines. So the only way to do it is to turn the one apex seal to the one spark plug hole on the leading side, and then turn it the other way to get the trailing apex seal, and then you've got to split the pulley on the other side halfway. That's why we're counting the teeth between the one mark and the other mark, so we can get a exact halfway, and that's the best you can do. Right, so the engine's been taken out and sent to Joburg for rebuild, and the next part of the process is the paint shop. The customer's decided he wants candy apple red, so it'll look like a little toffee apple running around, and hopefully the car comes back from paint and it coincides with the engine that we can get moving with the project. Right, so for an update on our executive upgrade, our RX-8 customer decided to change the color from candy apple red, or toffee apple, to a matte gray silver. The problem with this is that that color needs 2 weeks to dry between coats, or something like that, I'm told, by the panel shop. So all we're doing now is sitting and waiting for paint to dry.
We can start to see how this executive upgrade is coming together. After the break, Izelle travels to the edge of the Kangaroo to see what it takes to make the perfect Mischief milkshake.
It's a beautiful crisp morning right here in Barrydale. I'm with Andries here at Diesel Crème, and we're going to be whipping up something special for you guys today that Diesel Crème is in fact famous for. Tell me, Diesel Crème, where did it all start?
Well, it was always a family business. Dean, the other guy that you see around, him and his father started it. I became involved part-time, and then we took over after COVID. It's always had that family vibe. So that's where everything comes from.
This is a perfect car destination for car runs, breakfast runs. I'm sure you also get a lot of motorbikes.
This whole route is very popular with motorbikes. Also, we have Barrydale in town. The hotel organizes a proper ride out every July and winter, and then the town changes its name to Barrydale to accommodate all the Harleys.
I love the wordplay on everything.
Yes. Small town thing.
Yes.
It's a nice route, and I think it's become very popular with tourists as well. People where they used to do the N2, they do a round trip now. So they do either Route 62 to start off with, and of course they do the garden route, or the other way around. So we get a nice mixed crowd, locals and tourists.
Well, this is definitely a destination spot. Now, just looking at this place, like inspiration for the decor, because I must be honest, I wish everyone watching could actually come here and look how beautiful it really is.
Dean's father collected everything throughout the years, and then it was all stored in a garage, and then it found its spot. So everything was built from the ground up. As the years go by, we add, we take away, we move stuff around. So everyone puts their own eye, I almost want to say, on the place. The windows you mentioned before, they're from a church in Belgium. The doors are from Argentina. The floors are from a farm in the Free State. Everyone always thinks that the building was here before, but it's actually just old things that were put together to make something new.
ingredients here today. So what are you going to be preparing for us?
Well, we're going to get up to Mischief and we're going to change one of our signature milkshakes to make it special for you guys.
Okay. We've got fire water here. So what is that all about?
So that is actually the Mischief ingredient. That's for when you're not driving, just to give it a bit of a kick, along with the cinnamon and the chilies to bring out the spice.
So that is a little bit naughty and nice.
Naughty and nice.
So what can I help you with?
Cool, so we'll start off with the ice cream, which is the base.
Wow, the serving portions here must be quite generous.
They are quite generous. You use about 3 big scoops.
Okay.
So every single milkshake actually gets mixed by hand. And then what you do is just using the fork.
Keep the biceps going, guys.
Get the biceps going.
Looking serious.
Yeah, so if it's nice and smooth texture, you know it's perfect. Cool, so we're going to start with the cinnamon. So it helps if you first just wet the glass with a bit of water.
Oh, I can see that.
Just take the cinnamon.
Oh, you are very generous.
Very
I mean,
generous.
even look at all the cinnamon
it's my
there.
favorite spice.
I love cinnamon too.
So then you just swirl it around as decoration in the glass. And then you take your ice cream, make it extra nice.
So this is almost like a chili chocolate shake then, with a bit
It's
of
like
a...
a chili, with a bit of a kick,
cinnamon
with a bite.
Love that. Well, I'm gonna have to say this is one serious, good quality shake right there.
And then we finish it off with a nice scoop.
Oh dear. And of course here we've got bubble gum and some Lindt chocolate.
Lindt chocolate and then cinnamon to sprinkle and also chilies. To finish it off, you just 1 more scoop.
Another scoop
Another
of
scoop.
ice cream. As if 3 big ones wasn't enough.
And you place that on top.
Oh my. There you have it, guys. This is one serious Mischief milkshake. Andries, we made a monster-sized Mischief milkshake. And I mean, what better to pair that with than one of your famous burgers? Now, what is your most popular burger then?
Most popular has always been the diesel beef because of the name. So that's Wild Rocket Montucky cheese that we get from Montucky, just our neighboring town.
Okay.
And then we do a mustard mayo, and then with onions and tomato slices.
Sure, that sounds amazing.
It's a nice combination of the good and the bad.
Healthy and not so healthy. And I also see you guys do an all-day breakfast.
We do an all-day breakfast. Obviously, the most popular one is the Englishman, which is the traditional breakfast.
Okay, I like the name.
Yeah, and we get all our meat from Montucky as well. We try and be as local as stock allows. And then also we do a breakfast wrap, which is quite popular. It's like an Eggs Benedict, but in a wrap.
Ah, so they do everything with a twist here at Diesel Crème. I'm starting to think, what is Chef preparing for me today?
Chef is preparing for you a burger without the bun, obviously. So a nice, healthy version.
So they're putting a little bit of an Izelle twist.
Izelle twist.
on
So
it.
we're going to do
Okay.
some quinoa as a base.
Yes.
And then with the patty, just black pepper and salt, pure meat. And then I'm going to add some rocket and maybe some tomato, just to give it a bit of warmth. So roasted
Also
tomato.
putting a bit of an Andries twist on the
A
situation.
bit of an Andries twist. That's why the meat has to be in there.
Yes, I see. Well, I'm looking forward to see that.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you so much. Guys, and there you have it. Barrydale is all about breakfast, burgers, beautiful milkshakes right here at Diesel Crème.
Mischief milkshake. You definitely have to sip down on one next time you're in Barrydale. After the break, Naeem and I race in our first all-tar rally. Alright guys, it's early in the morning. It's very cold as you can see, but we're at our first all-tar rally here at Killarney in Cape Town. I'm the navigator. Naeem over here is piloting this wonderful Lightning McQueen. This has now officially 40 kilowatts more.
Yeah.
So 9 hours we had 110 kilowatts, right?
Yeah.
And now we're sitting at like
150 kilowatts.
Yeah.
We have good power here. I also think we have a good car with a good setup around the racetrack, so we'll have a job.
Lightning McQueen stayed over night here, and we're starting it for the first time. Go Lightning! Oh! I'm not gonna lie, it's very intimidating. Just looking at all the cars going through all the tight sections, they're going through there very fast. So I don't know, how are you feeling about it?
No, I'm good. I'm not too stressed about it yet. We'll see when we get out there now. It's getting hotter, warmer, so that means it's better for us. But I think we're ready.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Definitely. It's the road is actually, the surface is actually quite slippery because obviously we're not using only the track, we're using pit lanes and all those things. So a car already spun out, and yeah, I mean, you just have the wall right next to you, so you got to really be careful. But at the moment, we've got 25 minutes until our first stage, so we're gonna get this going.
This comes from, it's actually a prank for the 9 hour. They thought it's something funny to put onto my race suit. They didn't put my name. My name's actually Naeem. Herman and Sean and Matthew thought this was a prank that I was gonna get, I don't know, upset about or whatever, but this is quite cool for me. Something I can look up to, live up to. Herman's a superhero in my world, so something very cool for me.
One of our mates just had a bit of an incident. At least we know that they're out of the car, so
they're safe. Yeah.
And they're safe. That's all that counts. You can always fix the car and repair it, but most important that they're safe.
This is my day off, and that's why just on the other side here I've got my camping chair, got my sugar-free tonic. there might be a little bit of gin involved. I just came to say hello, but now I must work quickly just to fix a problem.
Gooi minis, né? Gooi popcorn nie.
So it's finally the end. We finished. Lightning McQueen actually finished the All-Star Rally, which was amazing.
We were late on the braking locked up at the back, but we managed to save it. We didn't put the car into a wall.
That's why we are here, to get up to Mischief, and I hope you guys enjoyed this incredible event, the All-Star Rally. So there you have it, the All-Star Rally, an action-packed event from sunrise to sunset. I'm just glad nobody was seriously injured. In the next episode, the crew continues work on the executive upgrade. Izelle travels to Knysna, where she enjoys oysters on a yacht and finds out about the motoring culture along the garden route. We see what performance upgrades are happening in the workshop and showcase the Simola Hill Climb Parade. For any more information, visit our website uptomischief.co.za or follow our social media links. See you guys on the next episode.